So Bob asked a question about his filly that's 3 years old, and when she does transitions off of the line, she does great. Walk, trot, canter, I'm assuming. Now, when she puts a lunge line, when Bob puts the lunge line on her, then she starts to put her head down and pull away and gives him a hard time. This is actually more common than you think. Most people can identify with you, Bob, that when you put a horse out on the rail on the round pen, that horse freely moves. And it makes sense because they're not restricted by the line. They're not so concerned with your cues. They kind of feel more comfortable to move out to do those transitions. They feel good. But when you put that line on, you start to almost see a different horse. Here's the thing. Keep working with her on the line. A lot of people will make the mistake and say, well, she does good, in the round pen, so I don't need to work on it. No, 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 no. Work on the line. It's so important because even though you're using a lunge line, your lunge line is an extension of you. Your lunge line is the same as your rein when you're riding, right? And so you definitely want to make sure that your horse is responsive and quiet to your rein when you're riding. And so it starts with working with it on the ground. So here's what you're going to do is don't micromanage her, okay? Don't worry about what she's doing, just keep sending her. So one thing that's gonna help is when you're sending her in the round pen, make sure you are using a lunge line that is long enough that she can be on the rail and she's not gonna be pulling you, right? So that way that takes the pulling out of the equation. The second thing is you're not gonna worry about what she's doing. If you ask her to go from the walk to the trot and she kicks her bucks, that's fine. Just keep her trotting, keep adding pressure. I don't care how you do it, just keep moving forward. Then when you ask for the canter, that's all right. Just go back into the canter. Give me that canter and move forward. Give me a good departure. Don't micromanage and expect her to do it perfectly. Just be very clear about each ask, push her through the ask, make a little bit of progress, and then move on. If you take your time and you're gradual, you're gonna find that the resistance, the pulling, the shake, whatever they're doing, it's gonna become less and less every time until one day you go out, you put the clip on her, you send her around, and she gives you those perfect transitions.